own sister. Sending Commander Burnham as our representative might tip the scales.
Admiral, I must inform you, Commander Burnham was reprimanded for her insubordinate actions and dismissed as my first officer.
Insubordinate or not, she's the only person who could open that door. And now with this new information...
Sir, I don't think I can genuinely represent the Federation right now.
Find a way. Bring the diplomatic corps into the loop. Send a full report to Navarre. Headline, Michael Burnham is coming.
Listen. This is the last advice I'll ever be able to give you. There is a whole galaxy out there full of people who would reach for you. For you. You have to let them. Reach for them. Reach for them.
Well, that's weird. 2 deep space encounters in the same system.
Circa stardate 45825. Coordinates redacted. Retrieved from classified archive. The personal files of Admiral Jean-Luc Picard. Flee.
Closed minds have kept these two worlds apart for centuries. We can either choose to live with that enmity, or seek a way to change it. The union of Vulcan and a Romulan will not be achieved by politics or diplomacy. But it will be achieved by the first of all these people struggling for a new enlightenment. And it may take decades or maybe centuries for us to reach it, but they will reach it.
Look back to find out who's looking.
You guys are chronic overachievers.
How am I gonna do this, Buck?
This person has a complex relationship with the future. Is the exact right person to do this job. I dismissed Commander as my first officer.
It must have been very difficult for you, sir.
I would like you to serve as my acting first officer until I find a permanent replacement.
Sir, when? I never completed the command training program.
Future not the only one. 900 years into the future. I'm confident, sir. Experience now exceeds the purpose desired.
Sir, I'm an ensign. I would be responsible for lives.
Part of leadership is the acknowledgement that once many members of our crew have struggled with all that has changed. I have watched you rise to the occasion. I believe you can help others as well. And always meeting the needs of Starfleet and the Federation and your ambitions.
Sir, are you listening to me? All about
I ask because I believe this is a prestigious scholarship. Take a think about it. Now, let's talk to Navarre. Status report, please.
Coordinates locked in. All hands ready to jump to the bar.
HQ confirms that Navarre is expecting us. Very well. The people of Navarre have not been visited by a Federation starship in nearly a century. Let us remind them who we are and how important they are to us. Black alert. Saru of the USS Discovery.
The Federation sent word you were en route using a unique propulsion system. I presume that is how you evaded our long-range sensors?
I assure you, we were not attempting to evade. Discovery is equipped with a system that allows us to travel across the mycelial network.
We've been briefed regarding the special circumstances of Discovery's crew. And your special passenger.
Greetings, Madam President. I am Michael Burnham, daughter of Saren, sister of Spock.
It is an honor to greet you. I only wish Ambassador Spock could see the fruits of his labor as you do now.
I do believe he would find it all fascinating.
I would be pleased to speak further. But first we must dispense with the Federation's request for data related to SB-19.
We've found significant new evidence related to the cause of the burn. SB-19 can help us with that.
SB-19 is an issue of great cultural and political sensitivity here.
Our inquiry is entirely scientific in nature.
Even science cannot be separated from cultural and political context. There are always implications, as Spock himself learned. Navarre continues to struggle with the delicate balance of reunification, which only became more complicated after the burn. Any theory Commander Burnham is developing could tear open old wounds, and we cannot afford that at this time.
Madam President,
Permission to access SB-19 is denied. If you persist in requesting it, I will have to be content with observing your spore drive in action as you return to Federation headquarters.
Madam President, do the people of Navarre still honor any of the old ways? Specifically in matters of scientific inquiry?
They do.
Then as a graduate of the Vulcan Science Academy, I respectfully invoke the Takal and Ket.
I will convene a quorum.
Commander?
The Vulcans have engaged in Takal and Ket since the time of Surak. The Takal and Ket is a philosophical process designed to unearth deep truths. It's credited as being one of the engines that led to early Vulcan scientific advancement. And once invoked, the request cannot be denied.
So you gave her no choice.
It's the only way we'll have a chance at that data. This could help us solve the burn.
What is protocol?
I'll have to rigorously defend my hypothesis before the Science Institute.
I assume you are prepared.
Of course, sir.
Welcome to Discovery. A special chamber has been prepared for the Takal and Ket. Madam President, will you permit me to give you a tour of our vessel?
You can forego the niceties, Captain. Your commander has already diplomatically forced me into a corner. Your Sholin Kakai will arrive momentarily.
My Sholin Kakai.
An ancient Romulan designation. Vulcans know it as Shawsat.
Ah, my advocate.
What's new since your time is that only sisters from the Quwat Malat order can serve as advocates.
Forgive me, I'm not familiar with the Quwat Malat.
The Quwat Malat are an ancient Romulan sect that live and die by the precept of absolute candor, a necessary outgrowth of a Romulan culture that trafficked in secrets. They were essential in helping our ancestors trust one another during the early days of reunification. Today, they enable us to have a healthy discourse on the planet. It's an ancient... story, isn't it? And people take them. Think I can
Forged you. Specifically in matters of scientific inquiry. Previously on Star Trek Discovery.
Stop it, you fucking cunt!
Strange when this guy sat next to me, but I think that worked.
We've been briefed regarding this.
Oaked. The request cannot be I'll have to
Especially to yourself. Be transporting in momentarily.
Yes, ma'am.
One Kowat Melot sister has taken a particular interest in your case. I suspect you may have a particular interest in her as well. She'll be transporting in momentarily. Be honest. Especially to yourself. I was informed your jump to the future is not widely known, even within Starfleet.
The Admiral was concerned that it could be polarizing given the temporal accordance. Yes, there was no other way to explain to you the presence of his young sister.
I confess I am astonished at the risk taken by your crew.
Duty called.
I'm grateful for your courage. What do you make of this future?
I am troubled that the Federation is so reduced. But I'm heartened that those who remain are committed to its core values.
You sound quite certain.
I have seen their commitment to member and non-member women's alike. Forgive me if I'm overstepping, but I know the Federation feels the loss of the bar. Anyway, I do hope that our visit and Manager's discussions with the Quorum will open new channels of diplomacy.
That would require far more than one visit, Captain. There are mysterious issues. SB-19 is merely the line of guard.
I would like to hear about them, if I may.
This must be some of that absolute candor. Actually, between places was my gentleman who said he lost. Thought I wish you did. I'm not lost. She's not back. You learned to read it, but maybe like a different kind of battle. When I'm here, sisters help you, but I have to just be frank. However unsettling it may be. Someone else sounds like they're terrified. Not as much as the Takala care. You've been off a lot this time. I'm right. I know I'm right about this. The bird. And with your help, we can convince them to give us the SB-19 data. Convince them. The sisters of the Corrupt will not bind themselves to lost causes. And right now, there's no cause for lost heroes. No.
find spies.
The scarcity of dilithium was caused in part by the sheer size of the Federation. To solve that problem, it stretched member worlds beyond capacity and comfort. In its desire to serve the many, the Federation ignored the needs of the few.
Did your ancestors not coin the phrase, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few?
When the people of Vulcan welcomed the Romulans home, we were forced to confront centuries of mistrust and brutality on both sides. Over time and with much effort, we earned the wisdom to know when to let go of maxims and proverbs.
Of course. But perhaps the Federation has acquired a newfound wisdom of its own. It has been my experience that we learn our greatest lessons when we pay a heavy price. You must admit, the Federation has paid most dearly. To call it Curtis's favor.
Thank you, Quorum members and peers Naraj, Shira, and Fakir. Thank you, Quorum Malat's sister, Gabrielle. Our purpose here is the excavation of truth, tested by the scientific rigors of logic and fact. So, let us begin with the facts.
We've already received and reviewed the data about your presentation and found it lacking. I move to dismiss and end this quote.
Fakir King, you have not fully heard the help.
In deference to your blasphemous fault, I prefer not to speak at such times. But I will point out the purity of your findings. The Bar Science Institute has never disputed that there's a source of the burn. If that is your theory, there is no need to waste our time.
But you think that the burn started here? I have evidence that shows that cannot be true.
How long has the Federation had evidence of this? A great deal of suffering may have been avoided.
I uncovered this last bit of evidence only days ago.
Our findings are based on fractions of microseconds on the Earth. Destruction timestamps of 3 starships. Across thousands of light years, those numbers could have been skewed for a host of reasons.
We have accounted for subatomic lengthening.
A minuscule sample size is inconsequential compared to what the Bar Science Institute has already collected.
Then why won't you share that data? Data is sensitive in nature. You cannot risk it falling into the wrong hands.
We cannot risk how the Federation may use it. Carrying the weight of responsibility for the burn is creating great hardship for our planet. If they can prepare the rush, you're the unrest in your own province. How can you dispute that knowledge in the wrong hands is a dangerous thing? And Pierre Hugh, how many additional resources have the Vulcans spent quashing insurgencies in the Romulan Vulcan regions? We cannot allow further unrest.
Pierre Fakir, my brother would have found it illogical to sacrifice knowledge to avoid risk.
She influenced her own brother in an obvious effort to rescue the cause of her emotional appeal. This is a form of logic, Commander Burnham. There is even a chance we are responsible for her. We must join the investigation and share our income.
I would be willing to consider that. I'm convinced of your motives. I want the truth. Nothing more. For the Federation. For yourself. For all of us.
This is immaterial and beyond the scope of this debate. I am the chair of this board, and I move to dismiss.
Pierre Fakir has made a motion to dismiss. Is there consensus?
There's not.
I'll abstain this time. 3 quorum members, 3 opinions, no consensus. Let us take a moment to adjourn to be in our thoughts.
None of these canisters should be empty. Take them to the storage bay. Now, please. What's that look?
I need to talk to you.
Who asked me to be his acting first officer?
So that would make you my superior officer?
Yeah. Position, only not in rank. Most of this crew has more experience. So I guess I'm just like wondering, what you would think about me taking it.
Honestly, the notion of taking orders from you is deeply, deeply weird. Almost disturbing.
What's your ETA on recalibrating for the jump back?
Tell Whitmer to relax. I'll be ready. I need to.
Yeah, no, I know. Thank you. Sorry.
The Karen made up his mind before he set foot on his ship. He believes he's protecting his home world. Engaging with you means moving closer to the Federation. He's weighing that as well. They all are. He claims to be a follower of the teachings of Spock. That means seeking the truth. He opened himself up and spoke the truth, as did I. Be truthful. Not as truthful as you were with me. About whether or not you fit here. That's personal. It's relevant. I thought you were supposed to be advocating for me. What do you think I am doing? Because it's a lost cause, right? They are not the only audience in the room. You are Quad Malott. And you are my mother.